Right, so we are now at our first location for today's video. We are at Wandsworth Road. So Wandsworth Road is situated just outside of London Victoria, on the line that you can take to get to Ramsgate, Gravesend, Faversham, Orpington, etc. So you've got two platforms there and here, which is served by London Overground services on the Windrush line, which runs from Clapham to Dalston, and those services are quite regular. I think they're every 10 or less, I'm not sure. And over here you have got 4 through lines which pass the station. These are usually used by Southeastern trains going into London Victoria, and they go up, I think if I put my finger there, if you look there, there's a little bridge thing going up there, that goes to London Victoria. Fun fact, Eurostars used to run through here back in the day when Eurostar operated out of Waterloo. They would go through here and they would go down there slightly, and then I think just down there was the junction where they would then turn on to get onto the southwestern lines. So that's a fun fact. We're going to stay here for the next hour or so, as we want to catch the Thumper 1001 unit here first, the Hastings Thumper unit here first, and then we'll get a overground service to Clapham Junction and catch the South Western Railway service up to Richmond and see the Hastings unit through there as well. It's a decent station, to be fair, here. It's nice and peaceful, with lots of traffic though, quite a bit of traffic. You also, I forgot to mention, you also get the occasional freight through here as well. So yeah, I'd recommend this station to many of you. If you come to London, I definitely recommend you come to this station because it is filled with traffic, especially at this time of day. It's I think we're going into like the morning rush hour, so it's because it's about 9 o'clock now and it's getting into a really busy point for the London commuter scene. So we'll see what else turns up, and for now we'll just enjoy, well, I'll enjoy anyway, the peacefulness of this station. Here we have a 465 to Victoria, so we have 465 186. And it is paired with 465 927. Okay, arriving in now is 378 140, bound for Clapham Junction from Dalston. Catch this departing in a sec. Okay, in the distance there we've got a pair of 377s approaching, passing through. Three 77505 and 513 bound for Ashford International. And there goes 378 140 bound for Clapham Junction. Okay, in the distance there is a London Victoria to Orpington passing service formed of two Class 465s. (465.024). And on the rear, 465.006. Off to Orpington. Okay, here we have a new liveried 378. It is off to Dalston Junction. From Clapham Junction. It is 378-205. It goes 378-205 bound for Dalston Junction. And approaching on the fasts, we have a 465 bound for Gravesend from Victoria. (465-928). And 465.023. Okay, we have another 378 arriving into Wandsworth Road bound for Clapham Junction from Dalston Junction. 378-152. And 378-152 now departs off to Clapham Junction. Okay, we're going to have the passing of two Dover Priory services by Southeastern. So we've got 375-307 on this one, bound for Victoria. And 375-911, and coming the opposite direction, heading to Dover, 377-503. And 511. Off to Dover. Okay, we've got a pair of networkers approaching bound for Victoria. Yeah, 465-183. And 039. Here comes a London Overground service to Dalston Junction from Clapham Junction. (378-140) again. There goes 378 140 to Dalston Junction. A 377 to Victoria, 377519. And that's from Gillingham. Okay, arriving in, we have a 378 bound for Clapham Junction. The sun's so bright today. It is a refurbished one. 378136. We're passing through now as 377, 378. 136 departs. We have a 465 to Victoria, 465048. We have 465025 on the rear. And 378136 heads to Clapham Junction. You're passing through now, we have a pair of 465s. Bound for Alpington, so we have 465 1927 on the front, and trailing behind is 465 186, and also passing is a 377 to Victoria, 377512. Coupled to 377502. Okay, arriving in now is a service to Dalston Junction from Clapham, 378152. Okay, and 378152 will now depart for Dalston Junction. As that departs, we have a pair of 465s approaching. We have 465 182 on the front, and 465 907 on the rear. Okay, arriving in now was a Windrush line service to Clapham Junction. It is 378138. Okay, as 378138 departs to Clapham Junction, we have a Southeastern Ramsgate service coming through with a 375 at the head. It's 375911. Oh, and 2 deco whistles. 375 307 on the rear. Off to Ramsgate via Faversham. And we've got another Ramsgate service coming through with 375 811 on the front and 375 624 at the rear, off to London Victoria from Ramsgate. And coming past now is a service to Gillingham. It's formed of a 377. Three 77519. Off to Gillingham. Okay, approaching us now is a 465 bound for London Victoria. It's a pair of 465s again. It is on the front is 465 034. And on the rear 465 028. And arriving in now we have a 378 bound for Dalston Junction from Clapham Junction. In new livery as well. It is 378 136. So yeah. And there goes 378 136. With a nice 4-tone that was. 2-tone, then another 2-tone, that makes 4. To Dalston Junction from Clapham Junction. Okay, here we have a 378 bound for Clapham Junction from Dalston. 378 142. And off goes 378 142 bound for Clapham Junction as a class 377 approaches from London Victoria. We should have the Hastings Thumper unit in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And here's a 377. We've got 502 on the front. Working with 512. Okay, passing now is a 465 bound for Orpington. Orpington or Gravesend, one of them. It is 465 025. Yep, Orpington. And it's working with 465 048. Okay, arriving in now is a 378 bound for Dalston Junction from Clapham. Now the Hastings Thumper unit is late. by I think 5 minutes. I think it just got held up by traffic in the Herne Hill area. But it should be here in the next few minutes. Oh, and we've got a passing 465 to Victoria. 465013. And 195. Here is 377138. Oh, 378138, sorry. Okay, so 378138 is now departing off to Dalston Junction. And we've got a passing 465 approaching over here. Which is going to get held at a red. In fact, I think in the distance I can hear the Thumper approaching. But here it is. For fuck's sake. And here's a 465 here. And this will be the last train here at Wandsworth Road before I catch my train, which is due in 4 minutes. So we've got 465028. And 034. Here's my train, the 1013 to Clapham Junction, 378146. We're now arriving into Clapham Junction. Okay. We are on the 1028 Richmond. Here's our train. The 1028 to Reading. 458419.
take all your personal items with you when you leave the train.
Here we are at Richmond. And here we are. Let's get down here. Arriving now as the 10:45 to London Waterloo, formed of 4:50-106. Should be seeing the Hastings Thumper in about 1 minute. Back here it is.
The train now approaching platform 1 doesn't stop here. Please stand back from the edge of the platform.
So we're now back on a 378. It's 378. I think it's 378 224. I think. We are gonna head to Willesden Junction, and then from Willesden Junction we'll get the Bakerloo line to either it's either gonna be Harrow, Wealdstone, or possibly South Kenton. There is something coming from Derby later at about 1 o'clock, so definitely interested to find out what that could be. So we'll find out anyway as we're now on the move. As you can see. Oh, it's the rest stop. And then I think I want to aim to be heading back about 7 PM, maybe 6 PM at least. I'll decide when it gets to the time. And yeah.
Different dogs, different sizes.
That's making you
Always starting.
lots of shooting to eat. Brilliant.
Right, we are now heading down to the Watford DC and Bakerloo platforms. It's a bit of a long walk. Oh, it's coming in. 72 stops. 72 stops.
Here's our 72 stock to take us to, well, we're going to take this to Stonebridge Park and then get a Harrow train to South Kenton.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground. This is a Bakerloo Line train to Stonebridge Park. Please stand clear of the doors. All change, please. This train terminates here. Please ensure you have all your belongings with you when you leave the train.
So here comes a 7:10 bound for London Euston. It is
Platform 2 of the 11:43 London Underground service to
7:10 262. While that pulls in, here's our 72 stock to take us to South Kenton. We have two trains approaching. We have a 350 and a Pendolino about to pass through on the main line. $390,002, $350,125 and $350,130. The 350s are off the Tring. I don't know where the Pendo's off to. I'll have to check on that.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at South Kenton. We have been here before, but just to recap, it's a pretty small station. It's got one island platform with two tracks either side, as you can see, where the Bakerloo and Watford DC trains for the Overground call at. And then over here you have the four tracks of the West Coast Main Line where Pendolinos, Everos, 350s, etc. go flying past at high speed. It's a relatively good station. I really like it. I've come here at least twice before. on 2 of the trips which I've been down here. So we'll see what shows up now. I'm not sure about whether the Derby thing's going to show up anymore, because on real-time trains it hasn't updated to where it is. So we'll see anyway if it shows up or not, but you never know these days. But yeah, let's just see what we can film and what will turn up. So our first train here at South Kenton is a London Overground Class 710 to Watford Junction from London Euston. It is 7:10:261. Okay, in the distance we have 2 trains approaching. We have a Pendolino to London Euston on the fast line. Cumbrian Spirit 39010, and here we have a Bakerloo line service to Elephant and Castle, formed of some 1972 Mark II rolling stock. See you later. And there goes the 72 stock to Elephant and Castle with a nice 2 whistle there. Okay, we got another 390 heading towards London Euston. .005 City of Wolverhampton. Lovely. And approaching we have a London North Western 730 to London Euston. 7:30:207. And behind us we have a 72 stock to Harrow and Wealdstone on a Bakerloo line service. This has come from Elephant and Castle. And departing now is the 72 stock to Harrow and Wealdstone with driving motor 3248 at the rear. I do like those trains. I mean, some say they're shabby and they're out of date and they need to go. Yeah, that is true, but while they're still around, it's nice to enjoy them. I do enjoy their character and their charisma, unlike the newer trains, which most companies tend to buy these days. But that's just my opinion. You guys can vote in the comments about what you think of older trains. Do you like them? Do you hate them? You know, everyone's got an opinion, haven't they? Okay, arriving in is another London Overground service. It is a 7:10 bound for Euston. This has come from Watford Junction. (7:10:378). Okay, we've got a London North Western 350 approaching. 350-123. And 350-108. Nice depot whistle from the driver there as 7:10:378 heads off to Euston. And on the approach now we have a Class 66 on an intermodal for Freightliner.
going at quite the pace. 66.519 with a nice one tone. Coming in the station behind me is a 710 to Watford Junction. And there's also a Pendolino coming in on the fast line, 710 375. And here we have an Avanti Class 805, 805, 005. And coming in the opposite direction, going to London, is a 390 Pendolino, which is 390.049. And approaching now is a 72 stock train to Harrow and Wealdstone from Elephant and Castle on a Bakerloo line service. Nice whistle there. We've got driving motor 3551 on the front. Driving motor 3331 and 3231 on the rear.